Welcome back, everyone. We are here at Bricks and Minifigs, my new local Bricks and Minifigs. We're going to head in there and see if we can find some clone troopers because we're doing the 2025 edition of my Lego Clone Army. And I'm super excited to see what they have here. We're going to go back home and then do all of the clone army into one base plate and get it all set up. And then we'll go over all of my clones that I have and what I've accumulated in the last year. So super excited. Let's go ahead and get into Bricks and Minifigs. Yeah, they have a bunch. Holy. That's a bigger selection than the Washington one. Used sets are 30% off. I might grab one of these ones that are built down here at Lexia too. Alrighty guys, so we got a wall hanging 12 count for minifigures. I'm gonna put probably my most valuable minifigures on here. Alexia came with that idea to hang it in the game room, so we'll do that. And then I got some figures. I got 3 212 troopers, and then I actually got a custom Wolfpack trooper. It looks sick, so I'm gonna go ahead and add those to the clone army. We'll see you back in the Lego room. Alrighty guys, so we are back home. We got the figures I bought here along with the figures from the ARC 170 review of those clone pilots. We got 2 base plates. I have a bunch of clones in here. I also still have a bunch over here on display. So I'm going to go ahead and set up the ones I have in the box and the ones I have in display right now on these base plates. And then I'm going to time lapse that. After we finish that, we'll go ahead and show all of the battle packs that I have currently in the closet and decide which ones I will be opening. And I think I'll probably open, I'm going to say around 8 battle packs and take all the clones out of 8 battle packs in my inventory and put them onto the base plates, just depending on how big it looks right now. I'm going to try and keep as many sealed as possible from my personal collection, but we'll see. Alrighty guys, so we have the entire clone army here. As you can see, I'm going to flip this around and go over the clone army, but as you can see just from this image, it's tripled almost. I have all the battle packs still in that closet. I have 6 332nd battle packs. I have 6 of the specialist 501st battle packs, and then I also have another 6 of the new 2024 clone battle packs. So I was gonna initially open it up, add a couple of base plates here, kind of extend the armies down, but honestly, I have so much 501st and 332nd right now. I really don't want to add any more to it. I want to have a more diverse clone army. And I don't want to open up those 2024 battle packs because I want to give myself a chance in 2026 when I do another clone army video to grow it another 2 base plates, depending on what we get this year for clones. So I'm going to hold off on opening those. I'm just going to go over the clone army as it is now, and then save those battle packs for the coming year, and also save them for my collection just because, like I said, I don't want all 501st. I don't want it to be a 501st clone army. I want to have some diversity in there too. So we'll go ahead and flip these base plates around. I'm going to get my camera set up and we'll go over just about 225 clone troopers that we have now, and exactly all of my clone troopers and what are customs and what battalions are they are and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alrighty guys, so we're going to go ahead and do the clone army from left to right. Starting with left over here, we have our Bad Batch. We saw these guys in my mock this last year, so I'm super happy that I still have these guys. I was worried they were going to get stolen at the convention, but we still have Bad Batch. And followed up by Bad Batch, we have 2 ARC Troopers. These are from the old battle pack, I believe 2011, 2010 with the Commando droids. This one's kind of beaten, honestly, but I have 2 of those guys. They're some of my favorite clone troopers. I think it's confirmed that it was ARC Hammer now, as the actual lore name for the clone. I don't know if it was Hammer back then, but they, I think, ended up saying that it is Hammer now. So, but one of my favorite clone troopers and one of my favorite minifigures. Back there we have the 332nd, followed up with another 332nd basic. These are all just regular 332nd regs, and then to the left of those, they're going to see this jetpack troopers. And then actually this row is the officers. I call them the 332nd officers. They're a bunch of, right here we have Captain Vaughn from that set, and they put him in, of course, that set. Not a very good Captain Vaughn, but there is a bunch of them. So I just made them officers because for the sake of not having a ton of Captain Vaughns there. It's kind of funny. And they have jetpacks on the back too, so I guess you could call them the jetpack troopers too. It's kind of funny how they put a named character in a battle pack like that. So um, going next to behind them there, we're going to have the bomb squad, and that is 8 of them now. I think last year we only had 2 bomb squad troopers, so I went on my way to go get some more. Those were some of my favorite clone troopers as a kid, and they came with, I think it's the Hornet Company or Horn Company, I forget what they're called, but they come with these clone troopers in that battle pack. I have 3 of those still. I think I had 3 last year too. I didn't find any of those for a good deal, at least during the time of 2024, so I didn't buy any more, but we did get more Phase 1 clone troopers from Clone Wars style. We have 7 there, regular, and then 2 to the left there are actually jetpack troopers that come with that battle pack in 2011, I believe. And then behind them is a Phase 1 clone gunner, and then we also have a Phase 1 clone pilot there. That's pretty much all of my Phase 1 Clone Army style clone troopers. So we'll see a couple more, but they're not going to be any regular clones anymore. Now over here we have the massive 501st Legion. As you see here, this is one of those other Phase 1 clone troopers I was talking about, how we have the commando from that battle pack. And then I actually have a custom wolf pack here. Wolfpack, I think, driver. So I put him up front because he's the only Wolfpack trooper, and it's really sad because Wolfpack and the 104th is probably my favorite battalion in Star Wars. I'm just waiting for a battle pack for that so I can buy a bunch or at least another set with some of those guys. And then up front we have 2 Captain Rexes, one's a custom, and then to the right of that you're going to see Lego's iteration of it. Behind those guys we have ARC Trooper 5s in the custom and in a Lego version, the 25th anniversary. To the right we have Jesse, which I love Jesse, and I love his custom figure that I have here. Is so cool. And then to the right we have 2 Phase 1 Commander Greaves. I just put one of them with the visor on there. And then behind them are the new ARC Trooper, or not ARC Trooper, excuse me, ARC 170 pilots that we have a review of, so you can go check that out too. Back here, we're going to go back to the 501st now. We have jet troopers on the left side here. I think that is 7, if I'm correct. 7 of those. So we got 7 jet troopers there. They're really cool. They're really hard to get now because that battle pack is no longer being sold. I have 2 sealed for my collection, but that is hard to get, and they're a little bit more expensive if you go on Bricklink now. To the right, we have specialist sniper rifle clones from the 501st, and then to the right of that, we have a massive amount of heavies in here with, I think, majority of those battle packs. I think, yeah, they come with 2 of them, so that's why there's a little bit more of those guys. Behind the heavies, we have our officers or our specialists back there too, and those guys are pretty cool. One of them's missing an antenna. I just was too lazy to grab another antenna. So, but yeah, those are really cool too. And then to the right here, we have those regs from that clone battle pack. So these are all without the helmet holes from here on. And then the first 2 have helmet holes. Those are from that Bark Speeder Escape with Grogu. And this 501st Clone Trooper is one of that old ones from 2013, I think, with that ATRT and Yoda in that set, and the Droidicas and the Commando Droids. So that guy, pretty old 501st Clone Trooper there. Down here, we're going to have Pilot Hawk, the 501st pilot. This is super cool. I just made a custom pilot right here with a spare few 501st pieces, a Phase 2 pilot, which I like to have with Hawk when I put him in a gunship for a mock. To the right there, I made a custom ARC Trooper with, as you can see, with the ARC pauldrons. We have the exact same heavies as behind it, so I kind of have him leading the heavies basically. And then to the right here, we're going to go ahead and get into the rest of that clone army. This is the exciting part, I think. So we got a lot of custom troopers I want to go over in here, or a couple custom troopers I want to go over here, but the majority of the minifigures I want to go over here are going to be those Phase 1 clone troopers back there. So those Phase 1 clone troopers back there are going to be featured in my next mock. So I'm really excited to feature those along with the Phase 2 regs that I have that we're going to go over in just a moment. So for these Phase 1 clones here, the realistic ones, the Sergeant, I believe, is the red. Then we have the yellow clone troopers that come in that 3 Phase 1 Clone Trooper realistic pack that came out, I believe, a couple years ago. That was for $15. I wish they'd make another one of those, but those guys, I believe, are lieutenants. I could have them backwards, I forget. But We do have two of the realistic clone pilots. Behind that, we have this old Phase 1. This is from like 2005, I think, or 2004. This is the old school Phase 1, or the realistic Phase 1 clone troopers they had made when the second movie came out. So I believe those ones are pretty old as well. And then we have more of the realistic clones. We have the regular clones. These ones have no leg printing, as you see there, but they have the green ones as well. Those came out back in 2013. And then to the right, we have the ones that came out a few years after that with a little bit of leg printing. I just put heavy guns on them. And then again, to the right of those are going to be the new version of the clone troopers that came in that 3 minifigure pack, like I said a couple years ago. Those ones are the nicest looking ones, I think. I believe they are the same as the P2 bodies. They just have a different helmet. So you could just buy a bunch of helmets and then get the new battle pack that's out now and then swap those. And then in the back, we have the clone pilots. Those are the original clone pilots from 2005. To the right, we have the 91st Recon Corps, and those are 3 of them, again from 2005. To the right, we have 2 regular P2 minifigures of back in 2005. And then in front of that, we have the Shock Trooper or Coruscant Guard at the time. In front of those, we have the ARF. I call these the little ARF squad. But we got 4 of the regular ARF troopers. These came out with the Clone Wars, actually. And then in front of that one, we have another ARF trooper. And this is the Rancor ARF, where it has a little bit different helmet. And then the arms are the burgundy red, I believe, or brown. And then over here, I'm going to move us back to the front of this side. We have, and we already went over these pilots here, but we have the 41st Elite Corps, or 41st Kashyyyk Troopers, people call them. Kashyyyk Troopers here. I made a kind of custom one there with an ARC Trooper to go next to my Gree, my Phase 2 Gree, followed by 3 Kashyyyk Phase 2 Clone Troopers. Behind those, we have the 2 Geonosian Airborne. And these are, one of them has the right chest piece. I think the other one was meant for the Phase 2 Geonosian that came in that battle pack. Then to the right there, we have a gray custom Commander Cody. That's another one of those custom Commander Codys. That one is for Bad Batch, when he no longer had an affiliation with the 212th Battalion. To the right, I have a custom, this one's really cool, Commando, Clone Commando, and it's like a chrome kind of commando. Pretty cool looking. I really like this one. And so I have that guy there. I don't really have any other commandos, so I'm not sure where else to put them other than next to a custom Cody. Behind them, we got Phase 1 Commander Cody, Phase 1 Captain Rex. These guys are awesome. I love having them together now, so I have both of those to go together and lead my Clone Wars Phase 1 Clone Troopers. And then to the right here, in front of all of those Phase 1 that we just went over, we have our Phase 2. So over here we have 2 Phase 2 Commander Codys, as you see here. Came in the latest ATTE. Behind them we have the Utapau Airborne 212th Troopers. And then behind that, another one. This one is the rare one, for some reason, just because of the bandolier on him. And then one of his arms is not orange like these 2 are. He's the one, I believe, that comes in General Grievous' Starship. And that came out 4 years ago. That was the last set we actually had the waist cape, the physical waist capes. That is the last set that we've had physical waist capes in. So pretty sad. It's been 4 years now. Hopefully we get some more of those, and they have the physical waist capes. And then behind them, the 212th Battalion. I have as many as I can. These are from the newest ATTEs, as you can tell with the helmets. Not being correct, but on the very back, the old one is there, and that's how the helmet should look, to be honest. So as you see, that arrow comes down to the point there. That's how you know it's the older one. It has a little bit different kind of facial design too, along with the body. But I love that clone trooper. So I got one of those left. I don't remember, or he did come in that battle pack with these Utapau troopers as well. But I don't remember if I bought him separately or if that's one of the ones I've had since that battle pack came out years ago. And then I have as many of those here in front. Next, we have our Coruscant Guard Phase 2 Clone Troopers. These are all from the newest Coruscant Guard Gunship and Battle Pack, Clone Trooper Battle Pack of 2024. I also have the Commander Fox. It's probably one of the worst Commander Fox you could get, unfortunately, with the chest piece being pink and then not even correctly colored. But I do plan on getting a custom Commander Fox, or just another chest piece replacement from a custom minifigures to replace that one, because yeah, it doesn't look very good. But then to the right of that, we have our 187th. I have 187th, one airborne trooper, followed by a bunch of phase 2 clone troopers there. I have a good amount of 187th. They're technically not a part of canon lore for Star Wars, so this was just made for the Lego set, I think. I love them. I think it's cool to have more colored clone troopers, especially purple, to go with Mace Windu. But I don't know if I will go out of my way to build a huge army of them, just because I don't know if I'll ever use them in a mock, because I'm not sure what other mocks I could potentially use them in. But to the right of that, we have our Phase 2 regs. So we have all of our reg clone troopers. These are 2 rows here of just regular clone troopers from the 2024 battle pack, followed up by 2 clone gunners, and these come from the ATTE. All the way back here, we have those clone gunners. They call them 212 clone gunners or 212 troopers. I'm just putting them here because they're definitely not 212. They're just clone gunners, and they're phase 2. I think they look awesome still nonetheless. So I believe they belong in this row, so that's why I left them over here. But that is the entire clone army. So I'm going to kind of zoom out here so you can see all of it here. The entire clone army that I have on base plates, I'd say. I have another probably 60 clone troopers in sets. I just don't really want to add more 501st right now, and then I want to give myself the opportunity to grow this more, so next year I have actual couple more base plates. But last year's count, I believe, was about 85 clone troopers, and now we are at roughly 225 clone troopers in this picture here, so almost 3 times the amount. If you count the packs in the closet right now, it's over 3 times. But yeah, so super happy with the amount of clone troopers I was able to collect over this last year, and the amount of clone troopers I've been able to get into my collection, because a lot of these I've had over the years, and I'm able to replace most of these that I had as a kid too, which was super cool. But honestly, I'm so excited to diversify the clone trooper army. I want to get more of the regs, more of the Coruscant Guard gunship or Coruscant clone troopers, and then we will have hopefully a 327th battle pack coming out later this year where I can buy a bunch of those and make my army of the 327th look something like the 501st or the 332nd. So I do plan on buying more phase 1 clone troopers because I'm going to need them for my mock, like I mentioned earlier, and then I also plan on buying more of the Clone Wars style because, again, I'll need them later on anyway. So super happy where we are now, but I want to get this. Hopefully by 2026 we have 4 base plates, 2 more behind this, full of clone troopers, and we can be around the 500, maybe 400 range of clone troopers. So doubling it again, which would be awesome. So on to bigger and better for the clone army. So let's go ahead and wrap up this video. So I just want to say appreciate you guys for watching this video. I appreciate you guys for watching the first clone army video. This has been something I was looking forward to all year, and so it's finally here, and I got to make the video and see all the clones. This is also great because I can organize the clones based off their battalion and their style, so when I go to do mocks in the future or find the clone troopers in my collection for any reason, I can actually find them quicker, because before I just had a big bag full of clones, and so now I'm not going to do that again. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you do, please like, comment, and subscribe. Now that we've finished the clone army, I'm going to clear this table off, and the next video that will be coming out is our week 1 mock video of building Ryloth. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see y'all in the next one.